Lando Norris claimed an impressive first win of his world title defence in the Miami sprint in a 1-2 for a much improved McLaren team. Mercedes title leading Kimi Antonelli finished 4th on a row but was relegated to 6th immediately after the 19-lap contest by a 5-second penalty for repeated track limit infringements. Teammate George Russell finished directly behind him 5th after losing out in an earlier battle over the pace, so on track took over 4th place in the final classification, trimming Antonelli's lead to 7 points ahead of the full Grand Prix. Piastri held off Ferrari's Charles Leclerc for second in the second McLaren, with Russell eventually 4th. Red Bull's Max Verstappen, who won out after an early duel with Lewis Hamilton, 5th ahead of the demoted Antonelli. But Norris was untouchable out front as he followed up being the first non-Mercedes driver to claim pole this season on Friday, ending the Silver Arrows hit her 2 perfects sprint Grand Prix record in 2026. The tone for the reigning champion's success was set when he comfortably converted pole into the race lead, while Antonelli continues his unwanted record of losing places at every start this year and with a lack of grip as Piastri and Leclerc swept past the lead of Mercedes. Leclerc finished on Piastri's tail in 3rd to continue Ferrari's record of finishing in every place in the Grand Prix sprint so far this season, although Hamilton was only 7th after his pace faded following an entertaining duel with Verstappen. But Verstappen appeared to have superior pace and after initial overtake on lap 11 was scuppered when he completed the move by running wide off track. He gave the pace back to Hamilton and Pierre Gasly took the final point on offer with Alpine moving ahead of teammate from Coppola Pinto on the opening lap. But while McLaren will not be getting carried away by their impressive start to Miami, the introduction of upgrades this weekend really seems to have brought them back into the play. Norris, who have not finished higher than 4th in the 3 Grand Prix and 1 sprint before the extended break, won the sprint by 3.8 seconds from Piastri and appeared in the groove around the Miami International also during all weekend. Nice to be back on the top today. A good day for us, said the world champ, whose last win in either race format came in Sao Paulo. It was hot out there and I was pushing, trying to find a balance of pushing and staying relaxed, not make mistakes. A good start to the weekend, but I've got to do it all over again. We're only limited points on offer in the short term. Norris remains 42 points behind Antonelli at the head of the driver's title, although that's 2 points closer to the Italian than he would have been had the Mercedes driver not fallen foul of track limits. Antonelli racked up 4 different offences going off track in a 19-lap race, triggering a 5-second sanction. It capped off a frustrating sprint and he was absolved of any blame for a poor start, but he said, I did everything right, but the grip was very low. So yeah, talking about how they need to review that, but obviously admitting that the track limits mistake was very much his, and yeah, they need to work out how they can get in the right setup for the remainder of the weekend. But before I go, let me run you through classification from the sprint race. Norris and Piastri 1 and 2, like I say, an absolute dominant race for them. I think that will give them a lot of encouragement moving forward. It'll be interesting to see if they can maintain it in the main race. Leclerc in 3rd, really good job from him. He kind of seemed to have the pace of Piastri at the end. Russell 4th, I think will be disappointed, outpaced by his teammate again, really. Mercedes just not having much pace. Similar for Antonelli, it's just a few rookie errors there, isn't it? Max Verstappen in 5th, really good pace from him compared to where Red Bull have been. That gave them a lot of encouragement. Hamilton just seemed to drop away at the end. I don't know if they're struggling with tyre wear or something, but yeah, something for him to solve. Gasly in 8th, probably the best he could do. Hadjar 9th, I mean, yeah, disappointing weekend so far for him, hasn't it been? Coppola Pinto, I think, will be disappointing considering he started ahead of Gasly, and then the Haas is not really having a pace this weekend thus far, and then you've got Sainz really showing a bit more improved pace, but Albon struggled, and then Lawson as well, not really on the pace. So Alonso and Cadillac basically battling out at the back, Bottas struggling, and then Hulkenberg and Lindblad not even being able to take part will be deeply frustrated. I think more in China's of not really scoring points, so I don't think that's realistic, but just preparing for the main race really.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.